Welcome back to Hollywood Buzzing. Today's deep dive is about something that might just stop you mid-scroll. The glaring tension brewing beneath the surface of the Indiana Fever as Caitlin Clark enters her second WNBA season under a spotlight brighter than ever. After a historic rookie year, where she dazzled with 19.4 points per game and led the league in assists, the expectations heading into 2025 were through the roof. But instead of watching the Fever take flight, the team has been maddeningly inconsistent, and this roster has visible weak spots. By the end of this monologue, we'll count down the 5 players who are dragging down the Caitlin Clark era, starting with number 5 and building toward the most toxic presence at number 1. So buckle up and clear your head for Hollywood Buzzing's exclusive breakdown. 5th on our list, Sydney Colson. Signed on February 5th, 2025, she was expected to bring veteran leadership and steadiness. Yet on the court, she's been nearly invisible. In 28 games, just 2.5 points, 0.8 rebounds, and 2 assists in under 11 minutes per game. She's rarely trusted in crunch moments, and her game slowed. Her hesitation, slow pace, and late passes clog a system built on speed, spacing, and sharp cuts. A system where Caitlin thrives with confident shooters who share the ball fast. Off the court she may lead, but game minutes spent on her are minutes wasted that could go to younger, high-energy players. Number 4, Brianna Turner. A former first-round pick and known for her defensive hustle, shot blocking, and energy, she's instead languished. Across 14 games, she's averaging 0.4 points, 0.9 rebounds, 0.2 assists, shooting just 20%. Minutes are sparse and so is effort. She drifts. She doesn't set strong screens or control the boards. Her weak defensive presence and poor communication make her minutes feel like wasted space during critical stretches when every second and touch counts. Number 3, Kelsey Mitchell. Now this one is polarizing. She's still a proven scorer and averaged 18-plus points last year, around 16.6 this season. The problem isn't production, it's the lack of fit. Caitlin Clark is the offensive epicenter, and the offense hums when channeled through her. But Mitchell still plays as if she's the primary ball handler, holding the ball too long, forcing isolations, stagnating the rhythm when Clark's style demands ball movement and spacing. Defenses sag off Mitchell, denying easy flow, and she still takes tough contested shots rather than becoming a catch-and-shoot option. This clash in styles disrupts tempo and team flow. On top of that, her contract situation adds tension. She's heading into unrestricted free agency aiming for a max. Yet Indiana desperately needs role players around Clark, not a ball-dominant alpha. Number 2, Damiris Dantas. Brought in to bring toughness, paint rebounding, and floor spacing. None of it has materialized. She's getting just 5.0 points and 2.4 rebounds per game, shooting under 38%. Her rotations are lagging. She's late closing in transition, and in crunch moments, she's a ghost. Her hesitation kills offensive rhythm when Caitlin collapses defenses, and defensively, she can't switch or close out effectively. This isn't toxicity born of flair. It's passive inefficiency. Minutes held by a veteran while younger, hungrier players watch, even though they bring more energy, movement, and fit. And finally, the most damaging player for Caitlin's system, Natasha Howard. A former All-Star and 3-time WNBA champion, she looked like the ideal veteran anchor. Instead, she's been unreliable, averaging 11.6 points and 6.8 rebounds at first glance seems fine, until staring at sub-41% shooting, missed attempts at the rim, erratic touch. She fails to finish, doesn't stretch the floor, doesn't dive hard on pick and rolls. Her inconsistency places even more burden on Caitlin to carry scoring and momentum. No point guard should have to shoulder that alone. On defense, the once solid multi-positional enforcer has lost her step. Slow rotations, easily beaten off the dribble, and sloppy closeouts. Her body language? Disengaged, shoulders droop, post-turnover, muted reactions to teammates' lethargic hustle. Whereas Caitlin leads with vocal energy, rallying, communicating, engaged, Howard is detached in timeout huddles. She came in as a cornerstone. Now she feels like a roadblock, clogging spacing, slowing offense, and eating development minutes from young upside players like Michaela Onionware and Chloe Bibby, who sprint, cut, and hustle with purpose. Now, let's talk toxic passivity disguised as experience. The Fever do have players who are helping this ship stay afloat. Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham, Onionware, Bibby, they fly within the offense, defend with passion, and earn their minutes. But if Indiana doesn't act, they risk eroding Caitlin's prime with deadweight contracts and misfit roles. This season's shown sparks of brilliance, and the numbers don't lie. With Caitlin, the Fever's offensive engine hums, pace is elite, and fast break points skyrocket. Without her, offense plummets, pace dies, and the team drags through half-court sets. Their defense also wavers. None of these players are stabilizing the interior or spacing the floor, compounding paint breaks and second-half collapses. Turnovers, a plague. Coach, White keeps saying it's not Caitlin's shot. But team turnovers yield fast break points for opponents and sabotage rhythm. Let's throw in the injuries for context. Caitlin's battling a groin/quad injury that sidelined her for 12 to 13 games. Coulson and Ari McDonald are out long-term. Elle, broken foot, leaving the Fever dangerously thin at guard. Despite it all, they're hanging in there, winning 8 of their last 12, showing toughness, and remain playoff contenders. But star power alone can't win championships. It's the pieces around her that matter. Imagine a lineup built with shooters who match her tempo, defenders that protect the paint, and players with buy-in energy. Indiana has cap space, draft picks, and one of the most marketable players in the world. But if they don't clear out mismatches and mismatched contracts, they're letting the window slip. This isn't just about slumping veterans. It's about culture, fit, and urgency. Caitlin isn't asking for the ball every possession. She's offering up makes. But she needs teammates ready to make the right plays, in rhythm, on time with grit. So to all Fever fans out there, who stays? Who goes? Do we believe in the youth, the motion, the defensive hunger? Or are we content stalling our own future? The clock is ticking on this championship window, and the path is clear. Carrie Clark, don't hamper her. And while the headlines always shine on the superstar, the truth is, dynasties are built on role players who know their assignment, sacrifice flash for substance, and bring energy whether they're on the floor for 30 minutes or 3. Caitlin Clark is already carrying the brand of this franchise, packing arenas, lifting ratings, and making the Fever relevant in a national conversation. But she cannot do it alone. She needs cutters who finish hard, shooters who catch in rhythm, bigs who set punishing screens and dominate the glass, and defenders who bleed intensity. This offseason, and even before it, should be a trial period. Identify which players move with purpose, communicate with urgency, and understand spacing. Cut the slow feet, the slow decisions, and the ego-driven ISO players. If the Fever don't clear this logjam now, they risk the worst-case scenario, wasting generational greatness. Fans see it. Analysts see it. Even casual observers notice the discrepancy between Clark's speed and her teammates' delays. And every possession wasted now is a highlight that doesn't happen. This is the defining moment for Indiana's front office. Make the moves, build the squad, and give Caitlin Clark the infrastructure she deserves. Because what she's already done is rare, but what she could do with the right support is legendary.